Master Facebook for your business if you want consistent stream of new customers every single week.
So we're always told we need a Facebook page and to be on all forms of social media because it will get us new customers. But despite spending a lot of time updating these pages, and it does take a lot of time when you're going across all bases, it's very rare that you see the return you expect. And it's not unusual to start thinking, well, why am I doing this? Is it really worth my time updating my Facebook page?
And yes, it is, but you definitely can't rely on it to get you new customers. We're Chris and Kirsty Deeble-Rogers, and every day we speak to business owners who have the exact same frustration. They're spending time on something they're just not getting a good return on. And so to iron out some of the confusion that we come across daily, we thought we'd create this video to help everyone get more customers using our favourite platform, Facebook. Also, during this video, you'll find out one of the mistakes that a lot of Facebook page owners make and how to stop falling into that trap.
So just before we talk about how to get such great results on Facebook, we should just say it is very important to have a Facebook page, and if you haven't got one, you definitely should have one, quite simply because everybody is on Facebook and it is the best way to speak to your loyal customers. Facebook is a part of everyday life now, and people expect to see your business on there. They'll look for the reviews and the content you share, and they trust what they see on Facebook now. So it's definitely important to keep a Facebook page that you have active, but it won't be getting you new customers.
No, it might, but
it's not a reliable source of getting new customers, and you shouldn't be banking on it.
Exactly. And why is that? Well, it's because people already know you if they're looking at your Facebook page. They have to have liked your page, which means they've either done business with you or at least someone they know has. So it's not like these are brand new customers. They're actually people that already are your customers. So you're talking to them.
Yeah. And the way you would talk to them, is completely different to the way you'd speak to somebody else. Every day when you walk down the street and you bump into people, the way you communicate with people is different depending on what you know of them or what you think you know of them, more importantly. So how you speak to somebody, a teenager, for example, compared to how you would speak to an older person, it's just completely different. So, and it's the same with your existing customers and your potential new customers.
Yeah, you're going to talk to them differently. You're going to talk to your existing customers differently to somebody you're brand new to, because you haven't built a relationship with the person that's brand new to your business.
Absolutely.
So basically the tone, the information and the offers are going to be completely different if you have you're talking to an existing customer or if you're talking to a brand new customer who doesn't know anything about you. So basically the purpose of a Facebook page is to build on that existing customer relationship. But what you really, really obviously want to do is get new customers so you can build your business, you can grow your business. So to do that, what you want to use is Facebook advertising. And it's by far one of the cheapest and most effective ways to advertise right now. And the potential return on investment is absolutely humongous. Is that even a word? I don't know.
And just before we go any further, to be clear, by Facebook advertising, we don't mean boosting posts, but we'll cover that more later.
But first of all, why Facebook ads? Most people know Facebook is good, but they don't understand why it's so good. You hear people all the time come up to you and say, you've got to be on Facebook. Facebook is absolutely fantastic. But they don't ever really go any further than that, do they?
That's right. There's so many success stories out there and people are making a killing on Facebook. But it's all good knowing that it works, but how can it work for you and why is it so special?
Exactly. So, first of all, one of the big things is targeting. You can reach your ideal customer on Facebook, and it's probably the only platform where you can basically target specific ages, the genders, everything. So imagine if you wanted to target a 35-year-old woman who lives in Blackburn, who likes Harry Potter and Ed Sheeran, you can do that on Facebook. If that was what your product was. I have no idea what that product is going to be though. Or if you wanted to target somebody who is your ideal massage client. So that could be a woman who is over 30 and a mum with a child under 5. And what's really, really good about this is that you can then, the message that you give to that potential target audience is going to be so much stronger, and it's going to have consistent.
Yeah, you can speak to the mum about the pain points she'll have, so you can mention the child in your copy, even if it's nothing to do with the children. It will fit in with the lifestyle of the person that you're trying to target.
Exactly. Thank you very much for that. And if you compare that to a normal newspaper advertising, you just can't do that. You have to be so much more general. Do you want a massage? Whereas here you could say feeling the strain of picking up your child, well, come along and get a massage and work those kinks out. All of a sudden, that is talking to your target market, and just something that you can't do in the normal day-to-day thing.
Yeah, if you're thinking about advertising on a billboard, for example, you have no idea who you're talking to, really. You're putting your message out there. But what type of language do you use? Because it varies. I mean, even day to day in the street, you talk to different people differently, depending on who you perceive them to be. So with a normal advert, you can't do that. But with Facebook, you know exactly who you're talking to and their situation. It's amazing.
Yeah. And you can also, if something isn't going right, you know straight away as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually brings us on to the next bit, which is around pay. You only pay when someone actually clicks on your advert. So you don't have to pay thousands of pounds up front to get this advert out there, or you don't even know if it's going to work or not. No, you just pay if someone actually resonates with your advert. So it's not like a big setup or anything like that, which I know, like if you do radio or TV, there's that massive outlay right at the beginning. So you only pay when they actually click on your advert, and also you only target the people who you actually want as your ideal customers. And then the most exciting bit for me is the targeting, or the retargeting. And this is where you can reduce your ad costs considerably. So you can remind people about your business. This is the biggest and most successful tool you have in your arsenal of Facebook adverts. So this is where somebody's shown that they're interested, but they didn't buy or didn't sign up for whatever reason. You can then remind them about your services until they do.
Yeah, I mean, retargeting it's just amazing, because I mean, people are busy and they will see something they're interested but they will forget about it. I mean, we're not going around all day looking for an opportunity to spend money, but we are interested in things we see. So say somebody clicks on one of your adverts or they interact with one of your adverts, they're showing that this advert means something to them, and they're interested in what's going on here. But life takes over, and for whatever reason, they move on and they just don't get a chance for the time. That happens. We're all busy. So what we can do with retargeting is actually, once these people have shown an interest, we can go back and just remind them, like, hey, I'm here. We're still offering this great service, and now that we know that it's something you're interested in. Because remember, this is what makes this so amazing, is that these people have shown an interest. So not only are you targeting by people's interests and your ideal customer, you're now actually targeting just the people who've already shown interest. I mean, imagine if you could always do that, just spend your advertising budget on the people who you know would be interested. That's essentially what we're doing with retargeting. So, for example, imagine you're a car mechanic and you offer a great service. You know you do. You've got great reviews. You say to somebody, you need your car servicing. So you put your adverts out there, and maybe at the time they think, oh, that sounds great, but my car's actually not due at the moment. But through various adverts and over time, we can retarget these people. And when it does come up for time for service, they'll think, well, who's the mechanic I know in my area because of your adverts? So it'll be you they think of. Imagine how powerful that is.
Yeah, or like imagine you're an estate agent and you're advertising homes for sale on Facebook, and so somebody clicks over and they see a home, but they just don't like the decor of that home. It's not what they want, but they've told you, the estate agent, that they're interested in buying a house. That one wasn't the right one for them, but then you show them other ads of different houses on your books until they find the one that's perfect. And that's all because they've told you that they're interested. Just because they didn't bite the first time doesn't mean they're not interested. And that is what's so powerful about Facebook advertising for us, is that retargeting, that reminding is so cheap, because again, they only pay when they click. And so you're getting more bang for your buck, really, aren't you?
Yeah. So what retargeting really comes down to is advertising to people you already know are interested in your service. They've basically put their hand up and said, I'm interested in this. For whatever reason at that time, it might not have happened, but if we keep going back to them, we know that they're interested. And that is such an amazing way of advertising.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, so a lot of people have thought, great, I've done advertising in the past, but it's never worked for my business. But then when I speak to them, they've been doing something completely different. So many have jumped on a call with me to speak about their businesses, and I've been sure that had Facebook covered. However, it usually turns out that they've just been boosting posts. And this is different to Facebook advertising, and usually is the reason why they failed. So this is the big thing that we were talking about at the beginning. This is the falling into the trap of boosted posts. Facebook promotes this to business owners, especially when a post is done well. But a post that has resonated with your loyal customers, the tone of that post is going to be so different to the post that you need to get new customers. So, do you want to tell the story?
So a recent example would be a chiropractor who they put a post on their Facebook page of a skeleton. Obviously, they use skeleton example all the time for showing how your spine works, and they dressed it up in a Santa suit, which is great for Christmas and it's great for showing their personality. So to a loyal customer who knows all the reception staff, they know the chiropractors, this is just another quirky thing their chiropractor does that just makes them like it even more. But as somebody who doesn't know that business, that isn't going to resonate with you as a reason why you should go to this chiropractor. So you can see how the way you would talk to your loyal customers is completely different to the way you'd speak to a prospective new customer.
Exactly. They might be intrigued, but they're not going to have like the right call to action on that post. They're not going to have the right language to get that new customer through the door. So another reason why Facebook posts can be a massive trap is that Facebook makes it so easy to spend a few pounds here, a few pounds there. But if there's no real strategy behind it, how do we know that it's going to be successful? So, for example, a restaurant shares a new picture of a delicious dessert that is doing really well on their Facebook page. And Facebook suggests they boost it, so they do. It gets a great reach and a couple of likes here and there, but did any new customers come in? Probably not. Facebook is really good at convincing you that something has done well purely by the amount of people that you've seen it, maybe by the likes that you get, but usually it doesn't actually convert into new customers coming through your doors because that isn't actually what the post was about in the first place.
The thing is, with the right type of adverts, you can reach a much smaller audience. So say you just reached 70 of your ideal customers and just 3 of them came in and became new long-term customers. Isn't that a much better idea than just randomly reaching out to 7,000 people and you get a few likes and maybe a comment or two, but it doesn't actually translate into new business for you? It's better to target the people you know are actually going to come in and make you money, ultimately.
Exactly. So now that you know that Facebook advertising will get you new customers, and you know that boosting posts is unlikely to get you the results you want, so what now?
Well, we've created an easy to follow guide that gives you 3 simple things to do before you create your first Facebook ad. So if you want more customers, download the guide you can see on the screen now and quickly establish what you want to achieve so you can easily measure your results. Answer our simple questions so you can pinpoint exactly who your ideal customer is and know how to target them. Copy our perfect Facebook ad so you can start to see the same results so many of our clients are having.
So if you want more customers using Facebook ads, download this guide right now. We've been Chris and Kirsty. Thanks for listening.